and welcome to One Man's Collection. My name is Brett. Today I am looking at the Ferrari magazine number 33. So this is the Ferrari Collection and the Ferrari 512BB. So I do have a 143 scale die-cast car that came with this. We'll have a look at that at the end of the video. Nice looking car, like these. And we'll go through the magazine very briefly, show you what you do get with this magazine. So inside this issue, we're looking at single seaters. The 375 F1, early normally aspirated F1 Ferrari, which we do have a model of that in this collection. And I've said it with all the previous magazines for this, if it's selected here as a write-up, then you usually get a model that is also included in that. This one, the production model, is the 512BB from 1976, which is the model here. Ferrari stateside Colossus, the 612 Can-Am, and a poster of the 512BB. So I'm not going to read everything in huge detail, but you will have to pause the video if you want to see. Going toe-to-toe with the Alphas by moving from the supercharged to the normally aspirated engine in the 375. Ferrari created a model that could challenge the dominant Alfa Romeos. It led to a thrilling 1951 F1 season, which saw Ferrari's Alberto Ascari and Alfa's Manuel Fangio duel to the end. Lightweight and with a twin wall sump. Engine was a rear 60-degree V12, 4.493cc, and a tiny bit. 3 twin choke 42 DCF carburetors, that's at 42mm, probably. 350 brake horsepower at 7,000 or 380 at 7.5 in the September of 51. Wow. Unknown maximum speed, only produced between 50 and 51. Convincing debut in Italy. Second Italian GP 950 for Ascari. Serafini, is that 2 drivers in the one race? Not sure how it worked there. Also in 51, second in the Swiss, second and third in the Belgian, second and third in the French, first and third in the British, and first and third in the German. Italian was first and second. Well, that would have gone down well with the Italian fans, and Spanish was second. Stateside racer. In the history of Ferrari, the Formula 1 375 is associated with 2 legendary races. One is a victory in Silverstone in 51, which was Ferrari's first ever Grand Prix win. There you go. I'm not going to read the rest of it. The 512BB is the one we've got the model for. 12-cylinder sports Grand Tourer. The 512BB, a Berlinetta Boxer, was a road car designed by Pininfarina with the mid-rear engine. Does look not too bad in white. Kind of not so traditional when it's not in red, though many of the other colours that Ferrari have come out with have actually looked great in my opinion. So total capacity increased from 4390cc to 4942. So they've gone for a 4.4 litre to a 5 litre essentially. Okay. Here we go, we've got a poster. Poster is white. I've not taken any of my posters out. Not sure if you're going to be able to see all of that. Also inside we have, okay, this page is the same as that one by the looks of it, but the back of the poster has the car in red. 4 lights, distinctive feature of the 512BB compared to the original 365 GT4BB. The design of the rear light clusters, which now consisted of 2 sets of round lenses instead of 3. The number of exhaust pipes was similarly reduced. Ecological electronic ignition. So engine in this was a rear longitudinal flat V12, which is why it's called the Boxer flat. 4 Weber 40 IF3C carburetors, a 360 brake horsepower at 6,800 RPM. Top speed of 283 kilometers an hour, 176 mile an hour. And they're made between 76 and 81, and numbers produced unknown. Well, that's interesting. I wonder if it's unknown or we don't want to tell you. Designed for the North American circuit, the 612 Can-Am was one of the few competitors' cars built especially by Ferrari for racing in North America. Featured a colossal engine with a capacity in excess of 6 litres. That's because you could. Oh, those are huge rear wings. And way up there, yeah. I don't know if I got one with a wing all the way up there or not. I do in my Formula 1 collection, I believe. But on a Formula 1, I think it is. So this one has a rear longitudinal 60-degree V12, 6.222 cc. So it's a 6.2 litre. Yeah, 4 valve per cylinder, 620 brake horsepower at 7,000 RPM. They got 640 brake horsepower at 7,700 RPM in 69. Yeah, 340 kilometers an hour, 211 mile an hour. Woohoo, you'd definitely want that downforce, wouldn't you? Keep the rear down. Traction on the wheels. So the 612 Can-Am Honours came third at Watkins Glen, second at Edmonton, and third at Lexington. All right, moving on to next week's model, the 330 GTS. I can't remember if I got a silver one like that. I think it is. All right, we'll have a look at the die-cast car in a closer view. So get this up on this camera here. Black mirrors. We've got our black down the bottom there, which I think has the Pininfarina moniker on there, with the both passenger and driver's windows are open on this one, which you can probably see. Maybe if I get a light in there. Yeah, then I'll get a bit more light, maybe too bright. There we go. We do have silver down on the center console around the switches. Actually, they come up quite well. And I have a full dash in there. Can I get that lit up? There we go. So the center dash radio cluster is actually fully modeled in this, maybe from the other side. Steering wheel has the Ferrari on it. The dash is also set up in there. Well done. Get that light off and come in this way. There we go. The rear end on this. Yeah, okay. That's your 76 look to it. Does look like I've got a bit of dust in here. This has been sitting on my shelf a little while. A bit slow at getting all these videos out. You can't actually order these anymore as well, I believe. But you can find them at different stores where people have decided to sell on or online. I'm not sure if you can order them new anymore, but I figured I would show them off anyway. I have been able to pick up at a discount store or a thrift store 1 or 2 extras where I'm like, I'll add those to my collection. Thank you very much for watching. I'll put that on the turntable so you can have a closer look. I will be back with magazine number 34 next week. Thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Cheers. Bye.